it's Sarah. Are you ready for the upcoming week? In today's video, we're going to look at the overview for March the 17th through 23rd of 2025. And then I am going to, in the extended version, focus on the 5 signs that are best set to have a great week of luck and opportunities. If you would like to see the full video, it's available for community members. Let's do this. I want to explore the Western astrology and the intuitive messages I've received for this week. And most of us are still reeling from the Virgo eclipse and Mercury retrograde beginning last week, and maybe looking forward to a more mellow energy, but guess what? The astrology doesn't really slow down. Juno retrogrades in Sagittarius starting on March the 19th. We have our relationships kind of shaken up. And specifically, Juno in astrology is named after the Roman goddess of marriage and represents trust, commitment, and the nature of partnerships, including both the positive and challenging aspects of long-term relationships. Being in retrograde motion, Juno will bring up old memories, questions about past relationships. You might be wondering, what would have happened if we had done this or if I had said that, those kind of things. And perhaps this will trigger a changing belief around these themes of love and partnerships and marriage, and also our role in them. So you may be reflecting on your past partnerships, those failed relationships, or the idea of marriage all week long. So the energy is going to be very introverted from this retrograde, and it's going to feel very reminiscent of the energy we've been feeling in the past. So all signs will feel this energy, and some people may have a sudden epiphany that they aren't with the right person. And well, they probably knew that, but now it is unmistakable. With Mercury, Venus, and Juno in retrograde, we see that things are just piling up. If the relationship isn't working, there's going to be no denying it now. And many people will begin laying the foundation to end the partnership. And this could be a big surprise to others who think that, maybe they have the perfect marriage, or they're even envious of this couple's relationship. But actually, we don't really know what goes on in other people's relationships. We only get a brief glimpse, like looking through a window from time to time, about what's happening. And depending on what these people share with you, you may think that they do have an ideal relationship, an ideal marriage, but perhaps things aren't actually the way they portray them. So yeah, there's going to be some personal shocks, people around you, and there'll probably be some stuff in the news globally of people that have been in long-term committed relationships, and you're going to find them ending. I think a lot of the issues that they haven't been talking about, and this could be our parents, our friends, our neighbors. So the issues they're not discussing, they haven't discussed with you, may come up now as they start expressing themselves and talking about why the relationship isn't working. So this is going to cause some confusion and maybe even leave you a little bit bewildered, because it's like the world's not chaotic enough, and now we have rock solid, or we thought rock solid, relationships ending. Thankfully, the energy is for the most part straightforward, so we shouldn't see a lot of drama around these breakups. It's likely to be very amicable, so that is one big positive. And don't get me wrong, not every long-term relationship is going to end, but the ones that are struggling, yeah, they could very well. And then on March 20th, we have the vernal equinox, and we begin Aries season. So Aries begins this new cycle in the zodiac about new beginnings, changing our belief system, changing our day-to-day life and routines as we're searching for something. Now we want new routines, new ways of expressing ourselves, perhaps a new career, just a new, more authentic way of being tailored to our new transformed selves. And most people are still going through the process of transformation along with the planet. So we're going to see this continuing to evolve because we are transforming, we are changing, and our old ways of thinking and doing and being no longer fit. So the best step you can take to navigate this energy is to surrender to it, to surrender to the changes that are taking place rather than hold on and fighting for something that wasn't probably working anyway. And if perhaps your current job is changing, you may be working in a stable work environment, but perhaps your company was acquired by a larger company, or they're just shuffling and changing things around. And perhaps with this restructuring, your job is changing or turning into something else. And fortunately, they have offered you another position, but you're reluctant to take it. Could you be holding on to what you know, even though you weren't happy there, just because it is familiar? And this could be something that you're struggling with. This energy is saying it's going to be okay. Embrace the changes rather than fighting. And this is especially true if you had a job placement that wasn't financially sustaining you or professionally challenging you. And these types of situations are uncomfortable. They are, but they push us out of our comfort zone. And this is how we grow as people. So this is actually a good thing. It just will be a little bit uncomfortable. And you may have gotten word of this prior to the eclipse. And this could be some ongoing energy changes. But with the equinox and Aries season, it's all about change. And it's all about fearlessly stepping forward. So the next day, on the 21st, asteroid Vesta, which is goddess of home and hearth, retrogrades in Scorpio through June the 14th. In astrology, Vesta, which is the third largest asteroid, is often seen as representing sacred fire, inner passion, devotion, and the ability to regenerate and nurture both ourselves and those close to us. She's seen as the symbol of the fire priestess and emphasizes the importance of self-care and honoring one's own inner fire. This energy shift will bring us more focus and commitment to getting things done and staying on task. But when she's in retrograde, especially in Scorpio, your home life and where you see yourself at this stage of your life will be much more important. You may spend time reflecting on where you thought you would be at this stage of your life and understanding that maybe the dreams you had when you were 20 don't really make sense when you're 40. And also, you may recognize where you've gotten off your life purpose path, and it could be time to make some course corrections. And also, you may not care so much about what society thinks you should be achieving now. Scorpio is very deep and mystical and mysterious energy that is aware of what other people think about them, but generally just doesn't care. We see you with an intense inner focus this week and the possibility of a deep inner healing taking place. So it's good energy. It may be uncomfortable at times, but it is for your highest good. This is a great week to have a Reiki or other energy type healing session and really just focus on taking care of yourself. And you may be, as I said, with all of these retrogrades going on, forced to reevaluate your life goals. And because of that, you're going to be distracted. So this week, you really need to pay attention, or there could be some missed deadlines. Any kind of prearranged engagement or appointment could be missed, and especially when you add in the fact that it is Mercury retrograde. So you want to call and double check before you head out to any appointment, and you also want to double check that you are meeting your deadlines and that you haven't forgotten something. Because, like I say, you're just so focused inward. So try and balance all of this deeper energy with your responsibilities and with a, if possible, lighter take on the world. And yeah, this is deep energy, but if you can find some beauty, if you can find some humor in all of this, it will make everything much easier. And let's face it, sometimes you just have to laugh at how surreal things are. And all in all, this is a great week to lean into self-care and recover from the powerful energy of last week. Lots happening, lots of inner focus, lots of changes in our friends and neighbors as well. So we need to be more compassionate with coworkers and with those around us because everybody is going through it. It's not just you and your family. I would put off important decisions, avoid rushing into any major commitments related to home, family. Instead, focus on the introspective energy. Don't do anything impulsive. Don't make large impulsive decisions or buy anything really expensive during this time. Don't neglect your family or your responsibilities. and avoid any unnecessary risk. Don't sign legal agreements. Don't have elective surgery this week, if possible again. And just rest, work on recovering your energy and integrating these changes. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you'd like to see the extended version, hop over to the community. I'll link it below. And for a small fee, you'll get to see this video and others. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Reiki blessings.